Okay, some more about the flags. So I asked ChatGPT about listing countries and their flags as emojis, that are yellow, green, and red. And I got this list, and on this list, the only flag that looks similar to Myanmar is Lithuania. Okay, and if you look at the older flag, it looks even more similar. So why am I talking about this? Um, First of all, it is a bit scary to me how no one else is noticing this. I talk about something obvious here, and no one, like, the internet is silent with this, even though I painted it and then it I painted my feelings on the 27th, 28th, and then on the 28th, 8 hours later, it occurred. And so the most sacred temple is ShWEDagoN, which sounds like Sweden, where I come from. I come from Sweden and I am in Lithuania. And so there is this, like, I live in Lithuania, I come from Sweden, which sounds similar to ShWEDagoN. Then there is this, right? A little bit of a misspelling there on Saging Myanmar, but this is the center of the quake. Feelings equals to 77. While painting it, I said that this is going to become true in the near future. I said that I painted feelings. Feelings equals to 77. And yeah, there's a video of this. But yeah, as I said, it is frightening. Like, what am I afraid of? Well, am I afraid of movies like The Ring, or movies like The Grunge, Is that scary to me? No. This is scary to me, how I'm able to say all of this and there is no reaction. And, a part of me actually believes that you are able to see, like, a part of me believes that you're actually seeing what's in front of you, while at the same time I'm thinking, like, what is the what is the what is the problem to see what happened here. And maybe the problem is that it's not there is no frame of reference to say, like, what is this, what is going on, like, how can this be, and so since there is no frame of reference, maybe you're unable to comment. Also, there is this psychological threshold of the fact that I'm censored and people cannot, like, because of the like, people succumb to the to the peer pressure of what I do not being, like, some people believe that what I do is not for real, and so they mock me, and there is this talk about me, what I do. And it's just that's the thing. When I look at people, I think, like, okay, are they able to see data? So we have Brahma Bull, the rock connecting to San Andreas movie, which is the earthquake. But you also see that Myanmar is Brahma Desha, which is the old name of the religion Hinduism. Brahmadesha, the ancient name of the religion. You see? Brahmadesha. Operation Brahma to help. And there is this connection to back to the rock, you know, the rock, San Andreas, Brahma bull, tattoo. And you have Tooth Fairy, which is what I talked about previously. And you can see it tying together with the Tooth Fairy and the teeth stuff with, you know, the first video that I did about the tooth was I mentioned Barcelona Olmo, but in that video I also mentioned the Buddha tooth, the sacred tooth, which is in Bangkok, Thailand, you know. That's what I talked about. It's the first video about of the teeth stuff. The first video of the teeth stuff, there I mentioned Bangkok and Thailand and Buddha and you know, it's already getting there, right? And so what is frightening to me, like I'm trying to balance the equation in my head. Are you all trying to gaslight me by making me believe that what I see here is not for real? Well, it is for real. I paint something and then it happens. And I start thinking about, is this just a strategy to destabilize me, you know, that I'm imagining what could be done about someone like myself. Well, you could gaslight me so that I doubt myself and lose control, right? That's a valid strategy. But I think about these things and I come to the conclusion that I believe in what happens. I believe in what I see being somewhat like it is real, you know. I paint something and then it happens, okay? And I'm getting better at it. And while all of my opponents, like the rest of the world, is like my opponent. That's how it seems to me, because there is a denial about what I do. The like my capabilities have been more leaning towards destruction. That's how it is. It's just how it is. Like, people are gifted in different things. I believe that maybe my gift is a form of destruction, and that's how it is. It's just a part of nature, you know. So it's a natural thing, and it should be respected. That, like, some I just how do you say, I just connect to this reality or nature, and I become maybe one with it in a way, and then there is this falling apart, you know. But it's interesting how there is, like, the fingerprint of my presence seems to be there. So it is the timing of the event which is important here, which in my opinion ties all of this undoubtedly back to me, you know. You have this, right, the most famous temple, ShWEDagoN, which is basically, it looks like Sweden, where I'm born and where I'm raised, you know, or yeah. And then you have this, right? I live in Lithuania, and the flag, it's the only flag in the world that looks like Lithuania. And so, yeah, I get it that maybe there needs to be this unconscious group antagonist movement against me, like some kind of subconscious opposition to me and what I do, you know. But I am like I am the way I am for a reason. It's like maybe it is a bit of destiny, and so when everyone opposes the truth here of what's happened, I'm like somewhat mature to handle that, even though there is a complete emptiness on the internet of what actually happened here. I am kind of I kind of feel that I trust myself. I trust what I saw happened here. And again, I am displeased that, how do you say, that there are people on the internet that seems to, um, be some kind of allies, But are there allies? Are there any allies to me? And I always question myself this, like, are there allies? Are there anyone on my side? And I would like to come to the conclusion that no, like no one is really no one is really admitting what I do. No one is really giving a value to what I do. So I end up becoming this yeah, So I yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but what I know is that I'm getting better. I'm getting better and better at what I do. And while the denial is creeping and becoming more and more problematic, I believe for the deniers out there. And yeah, um, I find it. I find it. You know, I know that what I paint becomes true because I do it in a certain way that is a significant process behind it. It is a significant thought process and artistic process before even painting it. And so since I know that it will become true, I know that I basically know that my paintings are like so super potent, okay? Because so because of that, I'm kind of relieved that what I paint becomes true so quickly, so rapidly, so that there is even more pressure on the surrounding to admit what's going on here. And yeah, so you have to realize that this what I do right now, it has been a gradual transformation to what I am right now. It's a gradual transformation. Of course I wouldn't have been like at some state of in some stage of time and back in time, I wouldn't have maybe proceeded if I knew that it would become like this, that I am doing things like this, and I am like this, maybe I wouldn't have proceeded, but every little increment step has been a step of knowing more, and so every little step of this transformation has been natural, and I have seen it as something positive. And it is, you have to realize that a part goal of existence is to become is to become powerful and something to, like, a force to be reckoned with. That's like a natural a natural way of thinking. It is like you want to be something, and so when I interact with this world, it's been, yeah, just like everyone else. You want to be able to 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 feel that you exist. I want to feel alive, and me feeling alive means that I understand how the world works, and I've always been a mad scientist, and I am a successful mad scientist, as you can see. And the problem is that um, yeah, it's not admitted, and it is a form of group gaslighting. I don't know to what degree all of this is technology simply working against me, that there is some form of technology orchestrating this gaslighting here that's going on. I don't know to what degree that is the case, but what I know is what's happening here and what's going on. And um, you know, uh, I'm perfectly aware that all of this is some kind of logical strategy to to work against. A human is supposed to be a certain way. You're supposed to be a productive citizen. And but really, why? Why do you have to be like that? You could simply be alive. You could simply be an artist, not creating value at all, just creating art. I create art, and my art is resonating, and that's it. um, I've been a programmer also. I studied physics. I know physics. I know programming. I know, but I'm like transforming. I'm evolving, and so the world needs to know that what's going on here. Um, and as I'm saying, I'm getting better at this. And I'm not breaking any laws or anything. I'm just very, like, what I do resonates with death, basically. But it also resonates with a form of creation, I believe. I think it's like many things. I But anyhow, this should be obvious. How many countries is there in the world, and what is the probability that the one that looks exactly like the flag that looks exactly like where I am now, this happening? And if you compare it with the numerology here, then it's not even possible. This is a proof that what happened here. And yes, yes, most probably, guys, if I wouldn't have painted, nothing would have happened here. Okay, that's actually a conclusion also. Yes, like my painting here, it actually is has created death. Yeah, it did. But when I painted it, I simply focused on my feelings. That's how it is. But the reality is that it started tying together with this. Where is it? You see, if you think about this stuff, that it connects to Brahma, it connects to and Myanmar. It starts connecting to the divine. That's how it is also. And that should also tell you something of what's going on here. And I don't have the need to tell you anything like I don't have the need to proclaim anything about myself. Even if I would feel a certain way about myself, or believe a certain way about myself, I have no need to say that, because I can simply express it instead, in the form of what I'm capable of, while other people tell you, like, there's a lot of people that will tell you that they are Jesus. A lot of people will tell you that, and I'm not. I'm simply going to tell you that, yeah, okay. I even tell you that I accept my birth name. I accept whom I am born as and was named by my parents. I accept my name. And when I do like that, I'm giving myself sanity. I'm giving myself the inability for you to doubt my sanity. You cannot doubt my sanity here. So my birth name is me, and but I am capable of things, and it needs to be known because I will not go insane, even though all of you, like even though there is this technology working against me, or if all of you are somehow charmed by that. I will not succumb to your pressure of that, you know, because there is other things keeping me on track, even though, yeah. So you have to realize that, um, yeah. So I have a significant time of logical thinking in my life that I've done, and thinking in a reasonable way, you know, thinking. I have been training myself to think basically throughout my life, and so now when the world is gaslighting me, I am stable. I'm a stable guy. I'm stable because I've been training my way to think for all of my life. So, um, training myself how to solve a problem, how to analyze. So it's not hard. It's not like so. Let's imagine that there is this continuous strategy to work against me. Well, um, I'm simply still going to evolve and become better at what I do, while at the same time I don't break any laws of society. I treat people well when I talk to them. I don't smear people. I don't do anything basically. I don't do anything, but still, um, a painting will kill, you know. That's how it is. It's been like that. And but not only that, when I speak, it's also like that. So um, and that's some kind of fact. Okay, it's a fact. Yeah, I'm not just saying it. This is how it's been for a long time. So yeah. And it's also, I want to repeat also, it's fascinating the connection to Tooth Fairy here and the rock, and ties together with my first video about the tooth stuff, which where I mentioned Bangkok, Thailand, and all of that, you know. And so yeah. So yeah, and yeah, this is also amazing, you know, that the most famous temple is ShWEDagoN, which sounds like Sweden, you know, where I come from. It's there's so many connections, and like the most undeniable of all is how I painted it, and I told you this is going to become true in the near future, and it is my feelings, and I mentioned the feelings so many times when I painted it, but still there is this. So you see here, feelings. Still there is this. There is this. There is this inability to think on your own. You know, it seems like that. Well, it's like the group pressure, and the group idea, the group view of how something is entirely dominant, you know, when it comes to how people see things. And that's also why I question, is there is there sentience at all? Is anyone sentient? Is anyone can anyone feel? Can anyone think? Is there any... So let's imagine that you have a scientist, for example. Well, maybe it's able to think, but is it able to feel? If you have a regular person, maybe it's able to feel, but is it able to think? So you have to be able to do both. You have to be able to both feel and think, you know. And what I see in this surrounding here is that because of the fact that, you know, maybe some people are thinking about what happened here, and you don't talk about it because there is nothing beneficial about talking about this, you know, because it's simply how it is. But what you should question is like, how was I able to paint with this interconnectivity before it happened? How is that possible? And as I tell you, I'm not predicting the future. I'm catching something that is flying, you know. I am thinking in a proactive way. I am proactive. I am I am hyper sane, okay? I'm hyper sane, which means that I'm a bit like the Joker, you know, a bit like that. So I can see things in time in another way. So yeah, I've done that for a long time. Somehow there is no realization here what's going on. And so you have to realize when I'm capable, when a being is capable of doing something, then it must do it, you know. If you have an elephant, it has to make sounds through that nose because it can, you know. I am capable of doing something here, which is it is amazing what I'm doing, even though it is horrific. And this is a form of art that is hard to accept. Even if it's horrific, it is a thing that needs to be done because I'm capable of doing it, you know. I'm capable of doing this, you know, and so I must. And that's simply how it is. And yeah. So that's all. Just wanted to talk a bit more, you know. I told you I wouldn't talk anything more about this, but it seems like I did another video. This is it's hard for me to see how it is ignored what I'm doing, and it is a bit painful to see how it is ignored what I do. Yeah. But I realized that there is this strategy, if it's technology or what it is, I don't know, but there is a strategy to gaslight me into believing that what I do is not real, but it is. This is real. And so I have to simply yeah, stay strong, you know. I have to stay strong, even though, you know, maybe there's a few here that believe in me. Maybe all of your comments are being blocked. I don't know, okay? But what I know is that I have to do what I'm good at. So it's not only this, but you know, I have to do things like this. Bye.